Good morning and welcome to the University of Salford and these graduation ceremonies. My name is Ed Maloney and I am the CEO of the Students' Union here at the University of Salford. From the video you've just watched, you are now a member of more than 200,000 graduates, and your journey with Salford is not ending today, but just beginning. Salford graduates like yourselves go on to achieve amazing things, making a difference in all walks of life, from politics, industry, the arts, scientific discovery, to serving our communities through the health service, in schools, and in public service. We'd love you to keep in touch with us so that we can share in your life's journey and your achievements, and also to make sure that you're kept up to date on the latest benefits and services available to you as a member of our global alumni network. As you cross the stage today, you will be recording you, and you will receive an email from us in the next couple of days inviting you to download the clip of yourself. It's just a little gift from us to say thank you for agreeing to let us stay in touch with you. So, before the ceremony starts, my role today is as Master of Ceremonies, so I'm just going to give you some pointers for your moment crossing the stage. So graduations are not just about you, but they're also about everybody else in the auditorium today, celebrating your collective achievements. The first thing that you'll notice is I'm wearing a motorboard with a cap. I'm going to take that off because you won't have one. And what I'm going to do is just, especially for the people at the front, but also all the people who are graduating, just walk you through very quickly what's going to happen. So when somebody wearing a red robe comes to the end of your row, you'll stand up and you'll process to the side here, come up to the top of the stage, and there'll be someone stood just there who will read out your name, hopefully correctly. It is a very, very difficult job. Please forgive them if they do get it wrong, and celebrate them if they get it right. You'll hear your name and you'll walk across stage. There's a lovely red carpet here. It's like something from film awards. And what you'll do is the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Nick Beach, will be here as the presiding officer, and he will be the person who confers your degree on you. And it's really important to note that at Salford, we have the tradition that we don't shake hands. So what we do is something called doffing. So what you'll do is you'll get to about here, you'll nod your head, that's doffing, and then you can walk forwards. You'll come here and you'll get your scroll, the scroll case I should say, and then you can proceed off the stage. A few little pointers for you. A lot of people do this. Try not to do a drive-by. If you can. A good place to stop is about here, and then keep on going, and then that means your video that you're going to get will be bang on point, okay? Just a couple more things to mention. Please make sure your mobile phones are turned off. That goes for everybody. Obviously, onto silent, I should say. Use them to take photos, of course, but please don't stand up. I know that there's a temptation for you to stand up and get a really great photo of your loved one, but actually that can mean that the people behind you don't get to see their loved one across the stage. So as you say, we'll get a perfect video of you from right over there at the back, but don't worry about that. But please don't intrude on other people's views of the ceremony. Please also, can all graduates and guests stay until the end of the ceremony. We want the last cheer to be as loud as the first. And also, at the end of the whole ceremony, you will proceed out after the academic procession on the stage, but I'll tell you more about that later. So the ceremony will now begin. For those of you who are able, please stand for the entrance of the academic procession.
I now declare this ceremony to present the awards for the University of Salford open. You are all very welcome. Please take a seat.
Chancellor. Graduands and distinguished guests, please welcome Dr. Vicky Halliwell, Deputy Dean of the School of Health and Society.
Welcome to the School of Health and Society graduation 2023. I'm delighted that we can celebrate the successes you've achieved in your studies with families, friends and colleagues. Congratulations and well done from everyone in the School of Health and Society and the University of Salford. The recent years have presented immense challenges, and navigating them as a student has demanded extraordinary resilience, determination and adaptability. Your graduation is not just testament to your academic talent, but also your ability to thrive amidst adversity. These qualities are invaluable assets in any professional setting. Today we celebrate your remarkable success and wish you all the best for your future endeavours. I'd like to share some examples of our graduates from the school who have gone above and beyond during their studies. Sophia Dakchuk from Counselling and Psychotherapy Professional Practice is a remarkable young woman whose contributions to her community and her native Ukraine are truly commendable. Her selfless efforts and dedication in helping others exemplify a spirit of generosity and compassion that is both inspiring and impactful. Her actions demonstrate a deep commitment to making a positive difference to the lives of those around her. Sophie's family and friends are in Ukraine, and she's bravely volunteered to help the community and raise money and resources to ease people's suffering. All this while completing her programme and being on placement where she was so successful the placement wants to create a role for her in the GP's practice. Samantha Rydell from Social Work has excelled in her academic pursuits, crafting an outstanding dissertation focused on relationship-based practice. Demonstrating a profound commitment to the values inherent in her field, she's extended her support to a fellow student who recently became a parent by sharing supervision notes and sessions. This act of kindness and solidarity not only helped her peer navigate the challenges of balancing academic responsibilities with parenthood, but also exemplified the very essence of community support and empathy that is central to social work. Samantha's actions reflect a deep understanding and application of her field's principles in real-life situations. She also received excellent feedback from her practice educator at Oldham Council on her final placement. They said she's very hard-working, conscientious and extremely organised, and her dissertation was exceptional quality, receiving 85%. Within our MSc pre-registration occupational therapy cohort, we are very proud to say that all graduates have gained employment upon finishing their degrees. They are working with a wide range of practice areas, including forensic, inpatient mental health, child and adolescent mental health, community learning disabilities, specialist perinatal mental health, eating disorder services, and acute medical care. We have every confidence that these students will be invaluable assets to their respective teams based on their exceptional performance during their practice placements. Angela Walsh and Adele Armstrong, both from Social Policy, worked tirelessly through COVID to complete their degrees. Angela's placement was working with Feed Manchester, a charity that provides support and essential items for people experiencing homelessness on the streets of Manchester. Adele's placement was working with Home Start, a charity that supports families with young children in challenging situations. Both students are still volunteering with these organisations, which is just amazing. You embody our Salford behaviours. I've shared only a few wonderful stories about our graduates. I could have shared many more if we had time. We are incredibly proud of all of our students. Our school conducts research that's deemed as having global impact and real value to society. This research involves our undergraduate, masters and PhD students and our staff working in collaboration with external partners. People using our research create positive action for change in the world we live in. Morally, achieving this impact is the right thing to do, and it makes a real difference. As we look to the future, our commitment to creating positive change in the world remains steadfast. We are investing in our strengths in the student experience, research and working with industry. You have generated a positive impact as University Salford graduates, and we wish you success for the future and hope you remain in touch with us, your Salford family. Finally, I'd like to say congratulations and good luck to those who are graduating this year. As you embark on your future careers, full of new challenges and opportunities to learn, you'll find you have the knowledge, enthusiasm and resilience to become truly unstoppable. Whilst it's been an exciting year for our school, there have also been significant achievements for our university. And as such, I am very proud to introduce our presiding officer of this ceremony, the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Nick Beach.
Distinguished guests and graduates, as the Vice-Chancellor of the University of Salford, I am truly delighted to welcome you all to this ceremony, celebrating your achievements and the awards that you will receive. So we're here today to congratulate you as our next generation of graduates, to wish you well and to let you know just how proud we are of what you have achieved. I'd like to extend a particularly warm welcome to your family and friends and supporters. So wherever you've come from down the road, or if you've travelled a long distance to be here, you are very welcome. We like to think that our campus is a sort of second home for many of our students. So welcome to our home. I hope you'll be very comfortable and that we'll have a fairly relaxed ceremony in which you can really enjoy it and take away some special memories of the day. For our graduates, in life, there are always challenges to overcome, but there are also exciting and sometimes unexpected opportunities. And the passion, the drive, the creativity, and the determination that you've shown on your journey so far are all the qualities that will really take you on to the next chapter in your lives. We spent some time meeting interesting people, joining in some of the student union clubs, and having conversations and ideas that will perhaps shape your lives and the roles that you want to take on in your future career. For me personally, education is a central passion. And when I reflect back, part of the reason for that is my own dad's experience. He died a quarter of a century ago, but if he'd lived, he would be nearly 100 now. So that gives you a feeling for the time period we're talking about. And he left school at the age of 15, having come from a single-parent family, to go straight to work. And he left with one qualification in typing. So for the students, that's a kind of ancient machine with, look it up on Google, it's fine. And he went to work in an accountant's office as what was then called the office boy, an interestingly gendered term, of course. And various things happened, and he was supported and really mentored by others. And one of the things he did was to go to night school. And he kept on and on going to night school, and on and off over about 20 years, in effect. And after he'd met my mum, who had become a teacher, he became inspired by the idea of education as well. And he moved into a college of commerce, having qualified as an accountant after all of these years at night school. And then he went on to a career there, which has been inspirational to me. So part of what drives my view of education is that it ought to be genuinely liberating for everybody who can join in and succeed. It ought to have multiple opportunities so that it's not just about how great you were at the age of 11 or 16 or 18. It's actually about what you're going to do in life and how we continue to learn and develop as we go along. So for me, that passion has then translated into an academic career. But that was a bit of a surprise. Actually, before I went to university, I hadn't found the right subjects for me, not the things that actually inspired me. And it was only when I got to university that I really found those real elements that I thought, this is what I want to spend my life doing. And so equality, diversity, inclusion is central to that. And I spent 30 years studying identity and how we can change businesses to become more diverse. So I'm not saying that's the same for you, but I do hope that in the experiences you've had, you will have picked up some clues, some thoughts, and reflecting back now on the way you were at the beginning of your program and perhaps the way you are now, you've got a movement, a direction into the future that will really work for you. So alongside that personal set of achievements and the changes that you've made, the university is also your community. As you graduate, you become a member of the alumni, and that means you're part of this huge worldwide community of people who have studied here and importantly have taken their learning and their values and their commitment into the future. And there's a few things that I just want to tell you that I hope you'll be proud of and that you take forward as part of your future. So we have 4 broad themes, and they are to build and enhance prosperity, healthy living, sustainable environments, and creativity and innovation. The use of technology is woven throughout all of those, but so is a care for people. And the very Salford way of doing things is to put people at the top of our agenda and to think about social change, social justice, and people being able to express and improve themselves. Also, you'll notice that all of those themes are not inwardly focused, they're outwardly focused. So we are a Royal Charter University established in the 1960s, but our roots go back into the 1800s, into an institute that was around industry and engineering at that time. And a lot of that ethos, the outwardly focused ethos, has been carried forward. So we have, as you know, lots of courses that are co-designed with employers and other organizations. Our research is often focused on problems in the real world that we're trying to bring methodologies to bear. So when we think about prosperity, it's really important that we work with some of the biggest companies in the country and indeed globally, and Salford is really quite distinctive in doing much more of that than most other universities. But it's also really important that we focus locally and on small and micro organizations and businesses. In fact, in the UK, over 95% of businesses are small and micro businesses, and yet they supply over 60% of the employment in the economy. So we do a lot of work through the business school and elsewhere with those small companies looking at prototyping, business analytics, all sorts of financial, legal and other forms of advice that they wouldn't otherwise necessarily be able to access, and yet we work closely with them to do that. Secondly, enabling people to live healthy lives is our second theme, and as you may know, we're the largest educator of health professionals in the North, and this means that we are deeply embedded with the NHS and in developing the health workforce of tomorrow. We've also recently opened our new Centre for Medical Imaging, creating genuinely world-class environment for education, research and clinical provision. Developing the workforce on the green economy and researching how best to build sustainability is our third theme. So we started this year with the launch of Energy House 2.0, which is a huge laboratory in effect, but the laboratory is the size of a massive building, inside which we have 2 houses and a range of other facilities in which we can test out what makes a real difference to the way that houses are insulated, the way that energy is used, the way that heating and air are conducted and flow around them, a whole range of things that are done that is impacting the building of houses right across the UK, because we collaborate with the UK's largest housing providers, but also particularly focused on affordable housing and forms of temporary shelter and accommodation that are now being used around the world, particularly in areas of difficulty and strife. So, as a result of that and many other parts of our work, we've actually been named this year as one of the UK's most sustainable universities, after receiving a first-class award in People and Planet's University League, where we ranked number 9 in the UK. Our work in the creative industries is, of course, a major part of our activities. Creative industries have grown over the last decade at 150% of the rate of the rest of the economy. So this is a real area of push forward in the UK, and Salford is one of the leading universities for creative industries. Our Media City campus is certainly nationally leading in being embedded with the BBC, ITV, Sky, amongst others. And as a fun fact, if you watch football on the BBC, any replay that you see is almost certainly being instantly engineered by one of our creative technologists. So our work is having a huge impact around the world and locally. And here in Salford, social mobility is one of the crucial things for us. And we partner, for example, with Inter University, which is an educational charity helping people right from the age of 7 up to 18 thinking about how they might go to university. And we've opened this year the Beacon Centre, which provides a source of support for those young people. And as a result of this and much of our other work, we were ranked number 12 in the country this year for social mobility, which I think is a fantastic achievement. But while those statistics are really important, it's also really important that we think about some of the individuals, the genuine people behind those stories. And this is what Vicky was drawing attention to earlier in her talk. One example that we've had recently is that we had a photographic exhibition here, which was being put on by a genuinely world-leading photographer, and it was a big affair, as you can imagine. But alongside that, the Salford thing to do was to set up a 3-month project that was designed for young people who were not having the easiest time at school. And this project was with our staff and others working with them every week on their own photography project. And through that, they started to grow confidence, grow the technical skills, and they produced their own exhibition that sat alongside the grand world-style exhibition, which was really appreciated, in fact, by all of the people that came, the gallery owners and so on, and the leading photographer. But for them, it was much more than just a photography exhibition. One of them was elected by the others to make a speech at the opening. And it was a truly moving speech in which he used quotes from all of the group to say things like, some of us had actually been spending most of our time in our bedrooms or most of our time on computer games, feeling actually a bit shy, a bit worried about going to school, a bit worried about going out into society. But through this process of working week on week, they'd actually produced not just the technical skills, but a real shift in their confidence, their ability to speak, to engage with others, and their photos actually told that story. So for us, it's really crucial that that sort of social change is embedded in all of the things that we're looking to do as a world-leading university in research and innovation and in education. So you have made massive achievements to get to this stage today. It should be a very happy day, an exciting day, but I also just want to focus for a moment on some of the people that have helped you. Some of them will be sitting here on the stage, folk who have worked with you as you move through all of your studies, but many of them are sitting elsewhere in this auditorium. And in a moment, I'm going to invite you to let them know just how much you value them, the support they've given, the hopes, the aspirations, at times probably the worries and the anxieties that they will have had. So they have gone through all of that for you. And what I'd like you to do when I give you the signal is to stand up, to turn round, and I know you're all very polite because that's a very Salford thing, but just for once, I want you to forget politeness, and what I want you to do is to make as much noise as possible. So clapping is allowed, but beyond clapping, I hope you're going to be stamping your feet, whistling, shouting, cheering, make so much noise that they will never forget how much they mean to you. Okay, are you up for this? That was very quiet. Are you up for this? Yes. That was a bit better. Are you really up for this? Yes. That's more like it, okay? Yes, good, right. Some of them, those sounded like some of our younger students, I think. Right, as much noise as possible after 3. 1, 2, 3, go! Brilliant, well done. So, after today, I want you to be bold in your aspirations. The future is yours to make, and so make it. Congratulations, class of 2023.
Graduands and distinguished guests, we will now commence the presentation of the Postgraduate Awards from the School of Health and Society, and each student will be presented individually for their award. I would like to invite Professor Penny Cook, Associate Dean, Research and Innovation, to present the awards.
Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the School of Health and Society, I present for the award of Doctor of Philosophy, a thesis entitled An Exploration of the Role of Neighbours in Providing Support and Care to Older People Living with Dementia in Their Own Homes. Austin Ikechukwu Aniki. For a thesis entitled Intrinsic Risk Factors for Hip-Related Pain in Elite Rowers, Elizabeth Arnold. For the thesis Intensive Filial Therapy with Brazilian Mothers and their Children, Victims of Family Violence, Helen Gedge. For the award of Master of Arts Social Work, Sikiru Olamiposa Adaja. Dasola Aminat Adadapo. Tokunbo Adewale Akintade. Tululapi Filuso Apiozo. Adetutu Omoyeni Awujide. Adebisi Olubukola Ayodele. Chika Elizabeth Chinwe-Okwu. Mianda Enchimuna Chobe. Sarah Esioza Ahije Ukakasan. Motunreo Giwa. Amelia Parla Gomez. Emma Hullock. Sophie Jones. Gemma Cairns, Rosalind Ebiojo Luke Abu, Abimbola Oluwaseun Alimujulu, Polly Ormrod, Rachel Ann Redshaw, Charmaine Ricketts, Samantha Rydell, Didsum Tawia, Amy Turner, Stephanie Ward, Melissa Whittaker, Jordan Zambardis. For the award of Master of Science, Advanced Counselling and Psychotherapy Studies, Ian Anthony Cartwright, Laura Louise Kaiser, Sharon Jane Tunstall. For the award of Master of Science, Counselling and Psychotherapy Professional Training, Chris Allen. Eleanor Hawley, Elizabeth Michelle Johnson-Minns, Christine Mai Yu Shaw. For the award of Master of Science Occupational Therapy, Sarah Adioson, Emily Mary Beth Baker, Hannah Rose Buckley, Katie Jane Donovan, Neve Green, Miriam Frances Harold, Chloe Johnson, Amelia Kemp, Sam Mayon, Laura Rachel Patton, Melissa Ann Suckley, Megan Tipper, Quen Do Huang Tran. For the award of Postgraduate Diploma, Counselling and Psychotherapy, Professional Training, Alice Belstead, Sarah Louise Dronsfield, Rachel Trudy Gainan, Lauren Gordon, Mohammed Hassan Khan. For the award of Postgraduate Diploma, Social Work, Holly Edwards, Enau Ebert Akuli Tambe, and Keisha Openshaw. For the award of Postgraduate Certificate, Family Group Conferences, Helena Maria Aniol, Asad Mahmood. For the award of Postgraduate Certificate, Supervision in Counselling, Psychotherapy and Helping Relationships, Jill Mary Shepherd. Victoria Haley Smith, Hannah Kate Stedham. For the award of Master of Science, Data Science, Emmanuel Olawatobi Oyabanji.
We will now commence the presentation of the undergraduate awards from the School of Health and Society. Each student will be presented individually for their award. I would like to invite Professor Penny Cook, Associate Dean, Research and Innovation, to present the awards.
Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the School of Health and Society, I present for the award of Master in Science Counselling, Bachelor of Science with Honours, Criminology and Sociology, Akash Amjad. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Social Work, Rhys Billington. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Counselling and Psychotherapy, Professional Practice, Atifa Begum. Catherine Booth, Sophia Datchuk, Chloe Louise Davis, Samantha Louise Doyle, Cody Foster, Zara Hennon, Lauren Higgins, Philippa Hines, Bethany Holt, Holly Jardine, Jess Kelly, Lily O'Neill, Abigail Shafi, Isabel Smith, Nafisa Tabassum Saeed. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Counselling and Psychotherapy, Theoretical Science Studies, Leanna Birchall, Leanne Clark, Aisha Kawaja, Tazeen Manuel, Amber Lee Redford, Karen Worthington. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Criminology, Rosie Barker. Holly Council, Grace Margaret Edwards, Grace Harrison, Abuza Javed, Natalia Kishel, Success Osuya, Benjamin Pello Hill, Rebecca Anne-Marie Plummer, Oriana Prifty, for the award of, Chloe Reynolds. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Criminology and Sociology, Akash Amjad, Danielle Hammett, Harrison Howarth, Georgia Jackson, Marley Peter Sefchak Walker, Aria Shahzad. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Criminology and Sociology with Foundation Year, Isabel Powery. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Criminology with Counselling, Zainab Ashraf, Miranda Benson, Taylor James Parsons, Kate Mary Louise Prince. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Criminology with Security, Katiba Saeed. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Occupational Therapy, Dilkash Bibi. Leah Davis, Elizabeth G, Andrea Henshaw Devine, Darren Mahendra Mistry, Faiza Arif Ranguni, Delith Elizabeth Williams. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Social Policy, Adele Armstrong. Edith Douglas Orion Wanbar. Misha Moxham. Rosemary Ogiagbe. Angela Maria Walsh. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Social Work, Alicia Begum. Tanatswanashe Chinaputsa. Mark Coffey. Millicent Folks. Natasha Hussain. Leah Nicole McKnight. Tanya Musharina, Emily Rose O'Neill, Ashley Smith, Courtney Sumner. For the award of Bachelor of Science, Ordinary, Counselling and Psychotherapy, Professional Practice, Sunita Shetri Clooney. For the award of Bachelor of Science, Ordinary Healthcare, Connor O'Mahony. For the award of Diploma of Higher Education, Healthcare, Lamin Dabo. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Human Biology and Infectious Diseases, Nisma Hassan. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Chemistry, Ayomide Ladiji. For the award of Master of Science, Safety, Health and Environment, Owais Khan. For the award of Master of Science, Advanced Counselling and Psychotherapy Studies, Daniel Yati. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Criminology, Tasmia Akhtar. For the award of Master of Arts, Social Work, Nkeshi Olike Menkiti. For the award of Master of Science, Counselling and Psychotherapy, Professional Practice, Bethany Hannah Marie Fogg.
Graduates and guests, that concludes the presentation of the awards. Before I invite the Vice-Chancellor to close the ceremony, can I please ask all guests to remain seated until all the graduates have left their seats. I would now like to invite the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Nick Beach, to close the ceremony.
Well, you've done it. You managed to get across the stage, no trips and falls. Well done. Now, one last ceremonial thing that you need to do. If you look carefully underneath your seats or somewhere else, you'll find a hat. Have you all got your hats? Right. Now is the time as graduates, to put on your hats. Right. There, well done. Now, you'll be pleased to know that that was not actually one of your skills competency tests for the degree. So we are now at the end of our ceremony. Well done to you. We are genuinely excited about what you're going to do next. We do hope that you'll stay in touch with us, but I really also hope that you'll have a lovely day today with your family and friends and supporters. So I now declare this ceremony closed.